Hello Libra, thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for October for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. This month begins with you in pole position. The Sun, your ruler Venus and Mercury are all in your zodiac sign. But you get a huge boost on the 4th when feisty Mars moves into your sign for a 6-week stay. It is true to say that Mars is in detriment in Libra, but I think you can turn this very much to your advantage. Mars is about being decisive, and it's also about action. It's about our desire. It's the more masculine side of our nature that it brings out. And in your zodiac sign, it can make you more single-minded about achieving your goals. And in fact, with the Sun also in your sign through to the 23rd, for 2/3 of this month, you have a superb opportunity to take a firmer grip on your life direction. Now, it is true that Mercury is going to be moving out of your sign on the 3rd into the sign of Scorpio. But Mercury here is a fantastic transit because it's going to help you to use your mind, one of your great gifts, to figure out ways in which you can improve your lot, particularly around finances. This is also a transit that's to do with you thinking about your self-worth. Because Mercury goes opposite Uranus almost straight away for a week, you can use the more innovative side of your nature to your advantage. So the more you think outside the box this month, the better you're going to do. Now, it is true to say that the Sun is going to be challenged by the rather restrictive energies of Saturn. Now, this goes on from the 5th through to the 11th. It's possible that someone closer to you doesn't quite get what you're trying to achieve, and they may want to keep the status quo as it is, and therefore can be quite resistant to your enthusiasm and your passion, especially if you are wanting to change something, and particularly around where you live. This could be a family member, it could be a partner, or perhaps you yourself are going to feel conflicted about changing an element of your situation, which could in some ways challenge your sense of security. However, from the 11th through to the 17th, the Sun is then in a right angle with Pluto. Now, Pluto ends a retrograde on the 3rd in your sector of emotion and family, and generally that's going to be a very good thing. But since 2008, lots of Libran people, or Libran ascendant people like myself, have been really finding that there have been some challenges around where we live, around our family life, around our more emotional needs. And another challenge can come up now, because Pluto's about power, but it's also about hidden enemies. And perhaps somebody has got an agenda that they're not openly sharing with you. And if someone does seem to be dismissive all the time without realizing your need to be less of a people pleaser and more of a go-getter for your own desires, then perhaps you are going to have to assert your boundaries more forcefully. With Mars in your corner from the 4th, you can certainly do this. It is true that the Sun also forges an amazing link with Jupiter from the 10th through to the 17th. So your passion and enthusiasm is going to win over somebody, even if there is perhaps the potential for some tensions around someone closer to you. However, what I would say is that Venus, your ruler, moves into a delicious location on the 9th, where she's going to be for the rest of the month. Expect an increase in your income almost immediately, but also your desire to splash cash can also increase, and you may find yourself rather impulsive for about 5 days as Venus goes into opposition with Uranus. Now, in the first 9 days of this month, Saturn is still in an opposition with the North Node, or the point of destiny. This is kind of like the emotional gravity of the heavens, the emotional pull. And for you, it's been in a part of your horoscope to do with your role in life ever since last November. But if your role in life has been in some way inhibited by emotional or home considerations, or perhaps your own personal challenges, that may have proved frustrating at times. But things will get easier from the 10th of this month. Also, all through this month, Jupiter's forging a brilliant angle with Pluto. And it's possible that you can use your mode of communication, your ideas, your belief systems in a very persuasive way, which can actually transform a family or close relationship in a very positive manner. If you work from home and you use technology, that is also an area that can thrive this October. Now, there is a full moon on the 14th, and it is going to see Pluto dissect it in a T-square. So I think it's possible that if you reach a point in the road where you feel that your needs aren't being met around a relationship, you can find yourself being much more to the point and just letting people know that, yes, you are someone who does like to keep a sense of equilibrium. You are very much someone who likes to please other people. But I think what the planets have been teaching you, particularly recently, is that it's very important for you to protect what's key to you, the individual. So that is going to come up again in the 2 weeks from the middle of this month. Also, in the last 10 days of this month, Mars is going to be clashing with Saturn. And if there is someone who's being unfair to you or not hearing your voice, you're not going to step down on this occasion. You will be heard, and good for you. The 23rd sees the Sun power into Scorpio. Again, the focus switches back onto resources, and on the back of the new moon, again, the more you can be open to inventive, original ideas, thinking outside the box, lateral thinking, whatever you want to call it, the potential to think quickly, have flashes of inspiration is going to be very high. If you want to meet somebody new this month, I have to say that Uranus is going to have quite an impact because it's in a deep part of your scope and can see you connected to someone at an instinctive level, which really makes your pulse race. But at the end of the day, whoever you get closer to this month is going to have a real appreciation of your deeper personal, emotional, family needs. And if they are, then it could be a tie that is very, very positive for you. But your leadership credentials are definitely coming out this month. That's a fact. If you'd like to order your 2020 personal horoscope forecast, you can get this and your character analysis with 30% off. And whenever you buy it this year, I'll give you the rest of this year free and the whole of next year too. But for now, good luck and goodbye.